Nobody want to plant the can. Everybody want to. Yo go yo, yo go yo, yo go yo. Emperor Selassie. Jaja is the only way. Nobody want to plant the can. Everybody want to read the band. Who you are go blame it on when it's a next man? You are the pen pan. Well you wrong. Nobody want to plant the can. Everybody want to read the band. I've seen you on a song can't compete with Kelly's John. I was looking a start, just a little ease off. No one would help me push that old and can't. Them a laugh, never take me serious. So many goals and tasks, patrols I pass every day. My Lord, I have to pray on my way. Them never realize it's a little corporation. We could have unify, relieve the frustration. Instead them want to ride up on them bread about no tears, no cares. If him even did stop our job, nobody want to plant the can. Everybody want to read the band. Who you have a blame it on when he's a next man? You are the pen fan. Well you wrong. Nobody want to plant the can.
Sounds of Anthony B coming through. Jeez.
You happy sing your own a song can't compete with Kelly's John. I feel pleased when I take a little ease from a long day of work. A sense of achieving to know I'm contributing, doing my part. Ooh, this is my comfort. I know there is a reward for every child.
Through music, he confronts political injustices and represents the poor and oppressed. He is both revolutionary and entertaining. Anthony B is an international entertainer, stage show promoter, and author. He continues to travel extensively, spreading reggae music around the world. Today, we journey with none other than Anthony B on the road to success. Anthony B, welcome. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to join us. Really appreciate it.
Greetings, Queen Kashima. Give thanks for this opportunity to share the word on the platform. Blessing to all the family of Fire FM and to the whole Jamaica and the world. Give thanks.
Absolutely. Big up. You know, I just feel so excited seeing you because it feels like we haven't seen you forever.
Give thanks. We're out here going to wave the banner. We're on carry the flag, yeah? Rastafari, I do the work, man. We're in New York City, so we give thanks for the link up, you know?
Okay, awesome. I was going to ask you, where in the world are you now? Because, you know, you stay traveling.
Yeah, we have the Black and Proud concert this weekend in Queens.
We get to that February 25.
Yeah.
We're there for.
Yes, I'm here on the ground from America. Artists, we as artists, so we like this face, so we as a promoter, you have to put yourself.
No,
that's true. Yeah, you want the artists to come in and welcome and feel. You understand? Comfortable.
Yes, absolutely. Now, let's kick things off with your foundation, Keith Blair, growing up in Clarkstown, Trelawny. How would you describe the household that you grew up in and, just your overall childhood?
Well, my family was a farming family. Understand? And my grandfather was a butcher man. So, we grew up with my granny going to the cane piece. My granny used to go to cane piece. She used to work for Lampan Estate, Sugar Estate. So sometimes we going to school, I used to take time in the evening to do emperor to weed cane, cut cane. Because when I bring my friends, then she would make more money when it's paid. Because we as young people would help her do more work. So we grew up learning to farm, you understand? Follow my grandfather go look cow or look goat to kill and so this is simple Trelawny life, and just thinking about becoming an entertainer growing up in Trelawny was like impossible dream. You understand? So you don't know, we have to literally run away from Trelawny. You understand? Go to Kingston City. But we love Trelawny like that because when you go to Kingston, you realize that so much skills that you learn there in Trelawny that you take for granted is when you reach in the city now and see how equipped you are with these skills. You understand? So this is I grew up in a little humble beginning in a little part of Clarkstown called Hyde. So big up all the people in Hyde, Clarkstown, Trelawny. Yeah.
Mad. Now, before we get to you running away to the city, to pursue music, what did you admire most about your grandma and grandpa? Because you spoke about them as opposed to your mom and your dad. And where were your mom and dad around that time?
Well, we love mama endlessly, but it's my grandmother really grew me because my mommy was, you understand, a young woman. She out her road that try do for her thing to and make her thing to so. Love her, God rest her soul. And yes, mama may God, you understand. She passed away in the 2020 pandemic. So we give thanks. But,
condolences.
Yeah, man. But what I learned from my grandmother now is that, you understand, if family, that's what I learned. And that's what I try to live today. She never leave us, no matter what. You understand? If it's one cane, she cut it and let everybody get a piece. I always tell my kids about a story where my granny used to take a matches tip and take out one sachets out of the tin and cut that up for breakfast. So the first time I went to Kingston to one of my uncle home and I see my little cousin getting a whole tin of sachets for breakfast, I was like, yo man, wickedy man. Because you understand what I mean, Kashima? You can't believe that one youth have a whole tin of sachets for himself. Because for you growing up, this is like a whole week dinner in your, you understand? So this is what I learned from my granny, that you can take your little and make it much and still continue to do. I never see she walk and beg or go nowhere, and you understand, if nothing is in the house, she said, yo, the lamp pile is low, so let's go to bed early so we can hold the lamp. You understand? So I learned that how to sustain. Understand how to make nothing and we make it something. Yes.
Wow. No, those are some valuable lessons that you learned from grandma. But how was Keith Blair in the classroom? What type of student were you?
Well, going to school, I was trying to be an accountant. So, yeah, that's what I was trying to do in school. You understand? Love me try balance and with this and with that. I remember that in those times we have the typewriter. You understand? So that's what I used to do. I even went to a private school in Montego Bay to do accounting.
Oh, wow. You take it serious, man.
Yeah, man, I was pursuing the education very serious, man. It's just because now music took over the forefront, and I had a realization then and there that my family could not afford the dream that I was going after. You understand? So I didn't want to make my mother feel like, okay, you understand? So I sit down one day and say to myself, I have to do something that can help my family, that won't require them doing so much financially. You understand? Because sometimes you want to go to school, but you can't go. I used to go to school and sometimes I went barefoot, coming out on shoes, but we still have to go. I decide someone want to go. You understand? I don't know if you know Trelawny, but we used to walk from Jacksontown to Clarkstown just to go to school.
I went to Westwood, so I know is neighboring.
Right down the road from you. So I used to walk from there to school to Clarkstown.
Wow.
You understand? I remember we carry my kids to country and show them, and them I said, you walk this. And I say, I used to do this every day just to go to school. You understand? So we give thanks for the journey, man. And big up all of my parishioners, all of my schoolmates, them in a Trelawny the same way. And big up to the ones who jump out and out there in the world,
Did it put a damper on your spirit, Anthony B? Like when you came to the realization that this dream that you had to be an accountant, it was, very stressful for your family because it would take some amounts of capital to help you pursue it. Was it difficult to let go of that and pursue music?
Well, I wouldn't say it was difficult because, you understand, I come to the realization that my parents can't do it. So what I used to do now, sometimes we have our breaks time that my mother wouldn't know. You have lunch time where we go to school and you would hear say a man a build a house around the corner. You understand? No? So you hear say a man a build a house around the corner. So they need people to mix mortar and do stuff like that. You understand? Bring cement, push a barrow. So I used to do these things just to help my mother bring some money to give her. So I realized that okay, because the first thing we were doing that as a kid, we used to come to Westwood and dance, dance disco,
What?
Yeah, because you get a little thing to come dance to the dance group, like, you understand? One of my brother's mother used to work up at Westwood with Miss Daisy. You understand? So she used to work and she would say to me, oh, we can get a little donation that you come to dance at the fair. And so me and her son and other brethren, we used to have a little dance group in Bad Settle Jacksontown at that time. You understand? So
What? So
yeah.
what point along the journey did you realize that you have to leave Trelawny now and go into Kingston if you wanted to take music seriously? When was this idea born in your mind?
Well, we started to go to account school in Montego Bay, right? And while there, in a school, breaks time, yeah, lick the decks and make a little thing and understand. But at that time, I don't know that my people can't even pay the school fee. So it's a teacher in the school watching me and everything, and say, man, let's beg me fix the typewriter them and change the ribbon them and thing. And so he was saying to me one day, man, it's so sad, I like, but remember, to be in school, you need financial support. So it's like he must have explained to me, so my parents can't afford it. And then he said to me, yo, you sound good, I like the songs that we're singing in old school, like you have this spirit that people gravitate to you. You have this leader spirit. You understand? So he said to me, you don't like, I say I like music too. And he said, I don't, what do you think about music? So I was sitting down and thinking, what music? This will take my family more money. I can't even, you understand? So then I start to think now more about, okay, music, but there's nobody in Trelawny. How we're gonna do music. So this is how the whole idea start to come in your head now that, okay, if I want to pursue this, I'm gonna have to leave totally. And you can't tell your parents that you want to do this. So this is totally between you, maybe one and two of your friends. You understand? But you can't go in and tell your parents, okay, I'm gonna
do music.
No, you're worthless, no ambition, but learn a trade. You understand? I remember I said to one of my auntie when I come to Kingston, that's another journey. You understand?
So when you went to before you went to Kingston, I read that as a teenager you developed an interest in Rastafari, but you also grew up in a Christian home. How did that happen?
Well, we grew up reading the Bible, go to church every Sunday, we have to go to church. You understand? That's like mandatory law. If anything out of that, you don't get no dinner, you don't get no food, you don't get no understand. So we grew up in that kind of strict house. You understand? So one side of my family is Seventh-day Adventist and one is Sunday.
Why?
Yeah. So when we go to my auntie, we have to go to Seventh-day Adventist church. Because she is a Seventh-day Adventist and no Saturday. So you can turn on the radio from Friday. You can light up in the house, no cooking, no eating, nothing till, you understand? So we grow with that. And when you go to your granny now, she's a what you call it, revivalist. When you go to church with her, come back till 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning.
Whoa.
Because the church go to hours, you understand? So, so grow up within that, but what I can tell anybody is that it really gave me an insight as a young, and I think every child should get an insight, because without insights, without information, you're choosing choiceless. You understand? Because if there's 100 ways before you and you only know one or two, so you're choosing two things out of 100 based on what you know, so you don't really know. And I think going through those faith as a young youth, through my family, and not just watch how they live their life, but look how the word that they are saying don't match with what they are doing. You understand? So it gives you an insight going through. So I can sit down and talk now with any person from any denomination without feel offended or we don't offend them because it's all I know it's a wider knowledge. I went to Israel, and when I went there, I started to ask questions about the Jewish faith, and I want to know this. I go to India, I went all the way to climb, they call it 10,000 steps to where the Buddha is. I want to learn. You understand? So I think growing up that way, it gives me an open mind to learn than just closing a box where, yeah, man, I say, yo, I just rasta thing, you know, I hear nothing more, but if you don't know, or you're going to reject.
No, I absolutely like your perspective on that, because knowing is important. So going through these two things and three things almost, because you're finding yourself, you're gravitating towards the Rastafarian faith. Grandma is a Sunday worshiper. You're gone off to Kingston now. Your aunt is going to Seventh-day Adventist Church, and here it is in the midst of all of that. You want to pursue music. What were some of the challenges that you encountered just trying to get a foot in the entertainment industry?
Well, the first challenge was homelessness.
Whoa.
Yes, because you come and live with a family and they don't see what that as a dream or it won't be an accomplishment. You understand? So you don't have no home, because if you're not going to listen to what we're saying, then you can't stay here. So I sleep on a house top for 1 year.
What?
Yeah, man. And I'm own family house top. They didn't even know I was there.
Whoa, B, yo, like you always say in your songs. But how did this impact you? Like, you know, in the midst of doing this, did you have a support system outside your family that, you know, push you and say, boy, B, yo, it's a work, you know, just keep going? Did you have that support system, and what did that do to you in the moment?
Street friend them, you know. That's why I'm gonna leave them, you know. That's why I never forget them, you know.
To this day.
To this day. You know, because them, you know. Remember me used to have some friend in there for reason with that. When them say good night star, it's like you understand? Because you want to talk till daylight, because when them say good night, you know, where you go, everybody gone inside. You understand? So yeah, man, that was the tough part. And for most say, boy, it's just because you want to do this and you don't want to do what your family want you to do. You understand? It's not like you're trying, you never bring no criminality to the family. Then you say you kill nobody. You know, you rape nobody, you know, you understand? They're just trying to do something. And for me, I was trying to do this for them. Because for me, everybody is just living in a circle, nothing changed, no, nothing going up, nothing going sideways, you know. It's just like a bubble. Yeah, because I grew up, come see my grandmother paying shop. She work, she get $20. She go to the shop, she put on the $20. The shopkeeper give her $20 and goes. So she just work to pay the shopper, so she never owe. And that shop bill never pay off until I was an artist who break and make it.
Wow. What sorry, do you remember the first time you went in a studio to create a song, and how did the rugged experiences that you encounter, how did that help you to say put pen to paper and create music?
Yeah, the first song we create was for a record producer named Sid. I don't remember if you remember that Ricky General and Mega Bantan combination. You remember that song is though? And so that was the producer. His label was called Wizard. So I went into the studio to record. Big up Lico Devon. I always have to big him up because he is the man who really introduced me to these producers and introduced me to Star Trade. I see the youth named Guidance, named Falcon back then. Me and him used to par. You understand? So he was one of the youth where me and him first went to the studio them time. Yeah, the first song I record never come out of my head. It's titled Poor Life in the Nice, in the Nice, in the Nice. Poor life in the nice. Oh, Jesus Christ. When you're poor and you're hungry. You understand? Can't find no work to find no money. Depending on your wife and picnic. You understand? So, never forget that song.
Now, when you found Fire Upon Rome, 1996, through Star Trail, you know, you break out on the scene. This is now everybody have saying the name Anthony B on their lips. When this track was created, did you know that it would create such an impact?
No, I can't tell you that I know that it was created an impact. When I create this track, the only thing that I was hearing from even my friends around me, that they are dead, you know. I can't sing a song like that. You understand? So even the night when I was performing at Steam, when I remember Bobo said to me, don't perform that song. You understand? And it's just in my head that me I go sing. When everybody has said to me, I go dead, alright. I don't tell myself, so I'm dead because I'm walking dead. I don't go up the family and suffer. So if you dead now, that's it. Me try.
So you bought into what they said to you?
No, I bought into it. I want to sing the song.
Can you sing it anyway?
Me have big star at that time. Me have big star who look up to us. I mean, even could go to them and say, and them I say, no, son, I sing this, you were dead. And me still go ahead and sing it. If you look back on that record, Bobo even put on the record that it's a views, not of the record label. It's written on the 45. So I was on my own with that song. You understand? Remember how that song really breaking is that, remember that time Garnet died and Rebel Salute tribute to Garnet that year? You understand? And Ziggy Marley and Buju Banton was closing the show. And Ziggy Marley was working. So Ziggy Marley worked, and then, you know, Ziggy Marley band is big. So they were taking time to take off the bands off the stage and Mota set up Rebel. Yo, me I talk too long now, you know. Put up, want a little vibes. And I was standing backstage with an iBias cassette. With the rhythm, and Mota said, what a chance, the band change and Rebel. This is when I get the first breaking. It's between the band change. It's the band change. You understand? Because the band, you take off all the combo and take off all the things. So, you understand me? You know the thing. So, Mota start and I said, no man, this thing is too long. And then Buju Band have to go, come on. So, this is when Mota called me out and Rebel Salute. And we sing the song and the whole place and Mota say, bring it come down so pan I buy bring it pan like anything you have, bring it come. Bring it, me not try play it. Might not play it, but me not try. Understand? So me have to give thanks. Big up Mota Baruka always. I said me honor him as a godfather. And I said I remember Bobo bring that song to him. And when Mota played that song the first time, the second time he come back and he said, well, I can't play the song again, but I can talk about it.
Whoa. Is this a song that you... First, let's go for a quick time signal. Stick and stay. Don't go anywhere.
Reggae radio station, rocking to the nation.
The time on IRI FM is...
It is now 12:51. We are on the road to success and we're journeying with Anthony B. Now, B, is this a song that you have performed internationally, like when you get the opportunity to travel now? Is this a song that you perform or you're wary of it?
Well, hear the greatest part of this song. Lennox Lewis has always been one of our friends from, you understand, Jump Street. And Lennox said to me, whenever me go perform that song in Rome, he's gonna fly to Rome. And I remember in Rome, right after the death of Pope Paul, that's when I went and they have and Fire Upon Rome and big, and when I was on the stage I hear in the crowd, Anthony B, Lennox Lewis, there. Oh
my goodness.
So when I sing that song, it's Everybody in Italy love the song. Because what we have to understand, just like how we have our system that we look upon as oppressed or good or bad, you understand? This is the same way. That is the ruling political system in the country of Italy. So they are the one that people are going to look upon with the manipulation. Because we're not talking about the Italian people. You understand? We're talking about a system.
Yes.
Just like the first time I went to court, when police tried to arrest me, take me off Champion Action, and carry me into court in Spanish Town. And the judge asked them what they charged. They tell the judge that I was cursing, you understand, the Prime Minister and the police. So I say to them, I was cursing two names, P and J, that's not the Prime Minister. So the judge said to them, well, PJ is a garage, PJ is this, there's not a PJ Arthur's PJs. So what is the man saying? I didn't mention Mr. Percival Williams Pattison.
Yes.
They can't say to the judge, the Prime Minister named PJ. You get the point now, so it is what you say. You understand? So I didn't.
So technicality, you got off the hook. But do you find that with the coming out the way you did with Fire Upon Rome and with the reception that it got, that this song ultimately kind of just helped to shape the artist that you are like you're fearless, you will confront, political injustices. You will bat for the poor and the oppressed. Do you find that based on how you started, this kind of shape your direction almost and what you're about?
Well, in many ways, and farm, I would say. You understand? But I think it's because in every human being there is a soul. That's why I say earth, the heart, and you carry the soul. You understand? So I think sometimes our destiny is bigger than even our imagination. You understand? So that's why I think this is the destiny that was chosen for me to just stand up and be this rebel who I am. And that's why even we're doing the music, many opportunities come my way that yes, I could have capitalized on it and maybe shine brighter or blow up bigger, but is it gonna allow me the freedom to be the human being that I want to be?
Powerful. Do you, when you look at the music industry today, and we know that before you had men like Bob Marley and Peter Tosh and others who through music it was about sending messages to inspire, uplift, and mobilize the people, almost like revolutionary sounds. Do you find that the industry today lacks that kind of militancy?
Yeah, it is very lacking today, not just the militancy, but topics and issue. Broad base, reggae and dancehall. It is not so that it used to be. Even based on the most hardcore artists or based on the most lovable artists, there always be varieties in their topics, in their issue. There have never been no era where everybody just stuck on one topic for 2, 3, 4, 5 years straight. No. There's always been, even when there's clash going on in dancehall music, even those clash artists always have different kind of songs at the moment. Some girl song, some God song, some mama song, some suffering song. So I think we're losing, and this is an argument that I say to many people who were talking about it like 2 days ago. I was saying to them, look at Afrobeat. I've never heard no Afrobeat songs about killing nobody. I don't hear no Afrobeat songs out there saying they hate each other and me better than that. No, they're just having fun and singing about love and relationship and what. And if you look at their videos, it's normal people. You can see a taxi driver, a girl doing 9 to 5, a market person. When you look at our videos, it's like everyone is a go-go club. So we change from variety into one chap-mindedness. And I think that's where the biggest part is coming in. The ego, I think, changed that a lot. I'm recording for a producer. He's a new producer, never produced a song. But he can say, Anthony, I don't like that line in the song. Or maybe change that melody, because that's what music is about. it is production and artists. You have some artists, you can't even say to him, oh, that is flat, or that is half key, or that is half beat. So there's a lot of, you understand, things that is missing from the elements. We used to have team producing. Or we used to make music in the studio. Even your virgin that come with you, we say, yo, DJ, the line, the line there nice. Listen to the line there. And you will listen. Because, you understand, it is them and those great of the company and those that publish it. So music is not just a selfish entity. If you make music and no one like it, then it won't go nowhere. So it is not an entity of selfishness and ego. And I think that's what is dominating this era more to me. I'm not gonna complain about the beats and the music because kids always, when we young and accomplish some people think them say, but it's about the topics that we don't really have anymore.
Well, on that note, B, we're going to go for a quick break. We have Cashpot coming up, but don't go anywhere. We are on the road to success and we're journeying with Anthony B.
When me use Island Fresh with aloe vera, it make me skin feel so much smoother. So if you want to feel better and smell fresher, use Island Fresh with aloe vera.
Manufactured by Island Products, 934-0666.
The time is...
It is now 12:59. We are standing by, so listen up. Your top draw dollars, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, hot pick, and Cashbot lunchtime draws up next.
Just because we take the Nazarene vow, just because we take the Nazarene vow, yo, we've been through great tribulation, living as a Rastafarian, yeah. So let me shout loud on top of my voice. Shout it, yeah. I never see a ballet, Jesus Christ. Shout it, Rasta talk.
Welcome to the official live drawing of the Supreme Ventures Lottery Games. This could be your lucky day. Get your tickets out and let the games begin.
Good afternoon. It's Thursday, February 23, 2023. I'm Taiba. Welcome to this afternoon's Supreme Ventures live game draw. Now, before we begin, here's a quick look at our mid-morning winning numbers. Now, all Supreme Ventures live games, they are being supervised by the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission and observed by the independent auditing firm, PwC. Now, let's put some money in your top draw this afternoon. We're at $600,000. So, here are your winning top draw numbers. Good luck. First of our top draw this afternoon, we have the number 17, and then we have the number 1. Your third winning top draw number this afternoon is 19. After 19, 9. Just in case you have plans for the jackpot, you're gonna need 11. And now, let's pick a play with our dollars game. I hope you're feeling lucky. The winning numbers are coming your way. Let's start dollars off with the lucky number 34. Next up, 18. Your third winning dollars number for this afternoon is 21. Let's count down to the number 20. After 20, we have the number 32. Following 32, 23. After 23, what's it gonna be? 6. That's followed by 35. Number 10. 26. Here it comes, the number 11. Let's end dollars this afternoon with the number 36. And now, for some easy winning with our Pick 2 game. The winning numbers are coming right up. And first up, we have a 10. Your second Pick 2 number is 12. Once again, 10 and 12 are your winning Pick 2 numbers. Up next, you can play it 3 ways. That's, of course, our Pick 3 game. Here we go. And first up, we have a 4, the second Pick 3 number. Also 4, and your third and final number. That's a 6. Once again, 4, 4, and 6 are your winning pick 3 numbers. It's time to turn up your winnings. Get ready for pick 4. And first up, we have a 5, the second pick 4 number. 8, the third number coming up. 1, and your fourth and final number is a 3. Once more, your winning pick 4 numbers are 5, 8, 1, and 3. Now it's easy for win. What do you say we heat things up with that pick? Here we go. And this afternoon's winning hot pick number is lucky number 6. Congratulations to all our hot pick winners. Again, your winning number is 6. And now you can win all of $280 for every $10 winning cash pot bet. Let's get ready to play our cash pot game for Thursday, February 23, 2023. We know you live to play it, but can you win it? Get ready to be a big winner, and let's see what the winning number is going to be. The winning cash pot number is lucky number 13. Congratulations to all our cash pot winners. Again, your winning number is 13. Now let's mega your winnings and good luck. What's it gonna be this afternoon? Here it comes. It is a white ball that has been selected. And now it's time for the monster winnings. Good luck once more. Let's see what color ball is going to be selected for monster. Here it comes. It is coming right up. And a white ball has been selected. Remember to go Mega and Monster 6 times per day for a cash pot for more chances to win. Again, the winning cash pot number is 13, Lucky Mark Police, and a white ball was selected for pick 3, pick 4, hot pick, and cash pot. And for Monster, a white ball was selected for cash pot. Let's take a look at the numbers, and of course, congratulations to everyone who won. And a huge congratulations to our latest Lotto Millionaire. The lucky winner won the jackpot of $63 million. The ticket was purchased at Flatfoot Mart in Manchester. Check your tickets now. And do join Jolene at 3 p.m. for more games you love to play. I'm Taiba. Have a supreme afternoon.
Hope you were a big winner. Play your favorite Supreme Ventures games every day and tune in for our live draw 6 times a day at 8:30 a.m., 10:30 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 5 p.m., and 8:25 p.m. on this station. Supreme Ventures, making winners every day.
That was the lunchtime top draw dollars, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, hot pick, and cash pot draws. Congratulations to all of today's winners. Join us again at 3 p.m. for another chance to win in hot pick and cash pot special pot draws. If you're just joining us, we are journeying on the road to success with none other than Anthony B. Now, B, before we went to cash pot, we were talking about the industry lacking not just the militancy, but then, staying on to messages that matter. Now, in my research, I realized that in 2020, you were planning a big intervention in the Israel-Palestine conflict with a One Love concert. Why do you think music is such a powerful tool to empower others and create change, especially when so many of your fellow entertainers feel like music for them is just a mere expression and should not be taken too seriously and can't influence anybody?
Well, I would say to them, they're wrong in every 100 aspect of life. Remember, education, we're interested in the education we got today because it was taught to us in music. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's how most of this starting educationals is singing. That's why the kids are so interested. If somebody will come here and say, hey, Sebi, it wasn't so interesting. You understand? So yes. That's a lie. who's not seeing that, it's like you're saying, okay, I don't, no man, it's not like that, man. Many places you go in the world, man, and they say Jamaica, and people say, where is that? And you say Bob Marley country. They say, oh, I know Bob Marley, one love. Is that the Bob Marley did say, kill one? I don't think it will have the same effect. You understand?
No, absolutely. No.
So it's the words. It's like words. All right, I'm listening to some young entertainers, and when the question is posed to them, why you sing these songs? These are what the people want to hear. Well, I'm watching Jamaica last year, and the entertainers who saying this is what the people want to hear, they didn't have the biggest song in Jamaica. Last was the biggest song. So if that's what the people want to hear, why did they play Burna Boy so much? So you're forcing something that the people don't want to hear. And if you don't have no choice, then you're going to just dance because you come out to have fun. And that's what they're doing. They're forcing things in people that they don't really want it. I used to go to Stone Love and I used to say to selectors, you're driving away the girls, you're sending to clubs, you're not into dance anymore. You can keep an 80s, 90s dance and you'll see more female than you have a modern dance. I'm not lying. The proof is there. Because when they go to 80s, 90s dance, there's most topic that they can dance about. Oh, you can, this old girl, you look nice. But in these modern, there's no topic that they interest them too much. The topic mostly interests thugs and gangsters and rude boys. So when there's no topic, what issue is there? Burna Boy's song was about a relationship breakup. And the whole country was playing that. But then I'm going to tell you it's because people want to hear chop, they want to hear kill. No, but they're playing Burna Boy, so it's not that they want to hear. You're trying to force that on them. So the proof is not in the pool.
In 2019, you said the government is yet to give reggae proper respect. As we are in the midst of celebrating Reggae Month, do you still feel the same way?
All right, there was a big platform all over Jamaica the other day about reggae music. Kashima, we cannot upload a tune from Jamaica on iTunes. You know that, right? We can't upload a tune on Spotify. You know that, right?
Why do you think
from Jamaica? From Jamaica. Every Vivo holder in Jamaica have to have a holder in the US registering that for them. What if you don't have a US person? What if there's no third party involved? So, but nobody's talking about that. How can you have the reggae capital of the world where we still cannot upload song on iTunes?
Facts.
So, but I don't hear that in the conference. Burna Boy make iTunes come to Nigeria. There's an iTunes Africa. There's MTV Africa. Where is the MTV Jamaica?
There is a billboard for Afrobeats.
So if we are not recognized, but everybody's cussing, Ray, no. You big people stop pretending we're not slave and stupid monkeys anymore. And that's why sometimes they black out my voice. Because I don't talk stupid, I talk intelligent. And I'm not going to rust about chop this, chop that, bun that, bun. No, no time for that. It's time to be collective. If you're not collective, shut up. This big conference was about nothing. It's just to show off and the ghetto youths that you're losing reggae music. We're taking it from you. That's what I see. So let the ghetto youths down there keep smiling and dancing and playing Joe around. You're gonna lose it. That's what it's about. They're showing you that they're taking it.
And it is interesting that you just outright and say this because, for instance, with the MOBO Awards, we see where we no longer have a reggae category. It is now dubbed a Caribbean category. We see where the American Music Awards has made space for Afrobeats. We have also seen where Billboard made way for Afrobeats as well. And it's not like you're making a comparison, but in essence, you travel extensively right across the world, B. based on what you are seeing, you can safely say, and you just mentioned it earlier, but do you feel like reggae and dancehall are being replaced by Afrobeats and other genres?
It can't be replaced, but they are standing up for their platform. And the people who have power to create our platform keep on pretending. There was a big conference in Jamaica with every players in the game who is top players. And nobody's talking about the representation of reggae. And this is a reggae month. How can you have a Jamaican entertainer who needs somebody in the United States for him to upload a song to iTunes?
And how is
Then
that not at the forefront of a conversation?
How is that entertainer not going to be exploited? How will he have control over his creativity? But no one, the big hitters, there's nothing like that. So it's not about us. That's the problem. The problem is that because we don't, in Jamaica, remember, classism is alive and well. Many people pretend like it don't, but it is. We don't grow up with colorism. Remember, in Jamaica, we don't have no white against black and Chinese or Indian. What we have is position, where you come from. Your address matter. That's why when Anthony B sing Fire Upon Rome, it was so relevant. And that's why Anthony B will always be relevant, because I don't come and play pretend. That's why I don't sign contract with certain people. And I leave all those opportunities to want it. Because when I want to talk, I want to talk.
Let me bring this in too, just to bring some context so people can understand when we say Anthony B, just the magnitude of what you work with. Outside of the Marleys, I heard that you are the only entertainer that can pull over 20,000 people in Poland, for example. Describe for us the type of foundation you had to lay in order to accomplish this in reggae music in a space where all of what you just highlighted is happening.
It's called collective understanding. Breaking down for the people what your message is. And once the message is clear, but he's saying what I'm saying. And that's what it is. I'm still the only reggae artist. Go to India, and I still don't see nobody coming. I'm still the only reggae artist. Go to China, I don't see them, and I do it again and again, and I don't see. So it's that understanding, it's that collectiveness. You understand? It's not about just big songs, you know? It's about understanding. As I say to one of my top dancehall artists, I say to him, you ever name me one song that ever sell in the world that's a gun song?
Good point.
Name. I don't know. I'm asking. What's the name of the entertainer? Because even if it's a gangster rapper like Snoop Dogg, you know, at 50 Cent, don't matter. None of them have done song that about gun that sell. So where is the blueprint for that? That every Jamaican youth is saying, okay, this is what it is. Where is it?
So then what advice would you give to the entertainer who is caught up in the notion that, you know, this idea of running the place as opposed to seeing the bigger picture?
Well, you're not following Anthony B. So I would say one of the most followed entertainer of this generation is my brethren Vybz Kartel. And look at his biggest song, Fever. So that's the example of you can look at. Because you're already paying attention to Vybz Kartel, and 90% of them is Vybz Kartel protege. So look at what Vybz Kartel achieved success from. I'm not talking about dub plate songs and mash down the fence song. We talk about successful song. It's named Fever. 200 entertainers run in Jamaica, and a little youth named Omi sing a song. Oh, I think I found myself. Nobody's. Which one of those artists I said I'm running the place big like him? So where's the proof? This is my thing. Where's the proof? When I go to the dance hall in Kingston, Stone Love don't hold 500 people. You have to wait and Stone Love to empty for Boom Boom to get crowd. So where's the proof that this is pulling people? Eh? But you go to Kirk Riley, them keeping 80s, 90s, really. It ram 10,000 people on the beach. So where is the proof? Bring it to me. I am done, so I don't know nothing. But bring the proof to me.
No, and that is fair. That is fair. Bring the facts. Bring the facts.
Bring the
To
facts.
support. No,
Bring the facts.
as a global citizen, B, what are your thoughts on foreign bands doing reggae and dancehall music? What's your take on that?
Well, the greatest reggae artist of all time named Bob Marley. And I listened an interview with my 2 ears, and Bob Marley said, if an artist in America never come and sing over his song, he would never studio. So if the legend, the greatest of all time, saying they are relevant, they come and help. Without them, if without these European and white people, maybe Rasta music dead long time. So how can we say we don't love these people when reggae music is stronger in Poland than it is in Jamaica?
What? Explain. What do you mean?
You hear the artist as a Rasta and a gangster? You know his name?
Rasta. Yes, Samurai.
Okay. You know that he can pull a stadium full of people in Poland. Jamaican people don't even know his music.
Awesome.
How much? Look at Janine. How much song people know for Janine?
True.
Kabaka just win the Grammy now and everybody say, oh, what? So yesterday they didn't bid because nobody now hear them play one up, Stole Over, Boom Boom or Rere. If you come off the plane and go to Trinidad, you hear more reggae. You go Barbados, you hear more reggae. Antigua, you hear more reggae than Jamaica. In every island, every people I know who come to Jamaica said, yo, we don't play more hip hop than America, man. I hear more Drake song in Jamaica than I hear on the radio. In America, you only hear one song off the album. And when that one song busts, they play another one. That's how they play music in America. So many people in Jamaica think that they don't understand. Beyonce put out an album, you hear one song. Till that one song go big, you hear another song. When you go to Jamaica, you hear 5 of them. And those same disc jockey and people will tell you, oh, Anthony B will not see you. Oh, you see Drake, you see Beyonce, you see Rihanna. Oh, he come check you. You can make a jingle from him. You can ask him for a show. So what is it? We just hate yourself. That's the number one point. That's destroying reggae music. The hate that we have for ourselves. Even the world trying to show us. Love yourself. Come on, man. The world love us. The day we recognize what we have, whoa. If you have diamond and don't know, somebody else will sell it.
Do you think sometimes it's really a lack of exposure, and it will come to your original point, like when we started the conversation, when you were talking about experiencing the different religions and being able to make an informed decision. Do you find that if our entertainers have the privilege to explore different spaces and go to different areas other than the regular, the automatic areas, the US and certain parts, and you feel like, yes, do you think that is something that is a part of, changing the narrative and the mindset going forward?
Yeah, that's a great start. And another part is the ones who gain experience, stop using it for manipulation. Try to leave a mark. Even if it's not for you, but for your children, or for your memories someday. Selfishness, that's what is killing us. 90% of who have the power, they want to become doorkeepers. For you to bow to their feet and kiss their toe for them to open the door. In the other genres, it's not so. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes. Yeah, man, I get
Look at the 5 successful Afrobeat artists. You will see them on each other's album. Let's go to dancer. Let's go to reggae, please. You're not gonna see that. Why?
I spoke about that the other day.
I'm bigger than you, and you don't know nobody, and the boy they try to lamp on me hype. And even though when I entertain a burst, it's like Anthony B, don't name Anthony B again. Nobody entertain again. Because me go the place now. Oh, very sad about the artist again. They say, I'm the man. No, man. You join the club. My brother, you join the club. Is a new disc jockey on the radio. Welcome. This is a Queen Kashima. She has been here, trendsetter. She joined the club. You know what I mean? She's top work. And that's the mindset. And I think that come from what we'll call arrogance. We don't learn as we go along. Everyone going to learn something. But when I think you who know it all, we lose it all.
Wow. B, I'm so happy. You know, this is a very fitting way, in my opinion, to put a cap on Reggae Month. And that is why you were so perfect for today, because somebody who will just keep it 100 and be truthful, so we can do some introspection. And I say we because, you know, we still have a role to play.
Yeah, man, it's all of us. It's all of us in this boat, you know. It's one boat, and that's a problem, you know. If we don't, remember, if 10,000 people in a boat and it's only 2 rowing, the boat not gonna move. But if we share and give each person a stick, to it don't matter. They don't have to be the captain. We won't have to as a captain. You understand? It's like Ziggy Marley do a song say, everybody want to be the cowboy. You understand? That's the problem. Everybody want to be that number one. No, you don't have to be. All of us are in this game together. And that's where we're missing the point, because the world now is working like that. Corporation, school, government, countries, every business moving like that collectively. Insurance companies merge now. We have 3,000 insurance companies make one. Radio station now merging into one. So you don't see the trend?
Yeah, facts. No. As a world student, a world citizen, and with all the knowledge that you have garnered through music and otherwise, as a father, what do you want your children to understand about life?
That they can be what they want to be with no limitation. They don't have to be in a box. Okay? So I never find my kids to grow dreadlocks. Be Rastafarian. Do that. No, I try to educate them. Give them a platform. Watch them. Admire them. Support them. Because then, if I tell you how to think, that's not genius. Genius is, I see my kids do things that I wouldn't know that they could.
Wow.
Because you allow them to show that they have a creative mind. You understand? But what I want to do is that I want to allow them and give them the equipment. Like I say to my daughter, you become a doctor, I want to be the first person to buy you the first office where you're going to practice. You understand? So that's what I want to do. I want to be that. So
be there for them. Yeah. I love that. I absolutely love that, B. And, you know, speaking of that, you used to have this family fun day, family event in Trelawny that a lot of people looked forward to every year. Are there plans in the pipeline to bring that back to Trelawny?
Yeah, yes, plan. I'm really planning that, Kashima. Trust me, I look at it. I'm just getting certain things together. Right now, my first daughter is in college and the second one is in college too. So,
what?
You understand? Yeah. Tyra Blair, big up. She's in college in Miami, Florida. I'm on Blair. She's in college in Canada. So, both of them. You understand?
Wow. That is awesome.
Yeah. So, trying to make sure I'm there with, you understand, play through that role. So, that's why you see sometimes you have to tone down a little of you so you can do some of them.
And that is so important and selfless, you know, because you are Anthony B, you are a celebrity, but you're also a dad. So it's important that you do your introspection and know that is necessary.
Yeah, and kids remember those little simple things more than they remember. $100,000 you give.
True. No, speaking of events, you mentioned it earlier, February 25, this weekend, you're expected to commemorate Black History Month with Black and Proud concert in New York. Tell us about that. And, we know the whole concept, it comes from your song, Black and Proud as well, your track. So talk to us about that for this weekend.
Yeah, we're trying to bring this awareness to the people that we're not out here fighting against no other race. But we're saying if there's not a place for all of us, then it's going to be difficult. So if you look at all of us, we are all human beings. So I try my best to highlight this topic because I think a person like me can highlight this topic who's not just going to come across with it. Boom, one side that is done clear. So I give thanks, and this lineup in Club Amazura in Queens, this Saturday night, we have Kabaka Pyramid. Yes, my brother, give thanks to be a part of this mission. Yes, Turbulence is a part of the mission. Pressure Bus 5 is a part of the mission. Perfect is a part of the mission. Real Mackay. We have Massive B and Jabba. You know, music by Massive B and Jabba. We have Mountain Lion with Bad Ras and Cool Face. Yeah, so you don't know, it's Club Amazura in Queens, New York. We give thanks. And when we say black and proud, you know, we're not saying to somebody that we hate you. We're saying to you, just love us like we love you. We have never spread hate as a human being on the planet Earth. We are always being hated. And that's the point we want people to start to see. We are not the one out hating people. We are the one who is being hated. So when we're trying to make these points, we don't want people to get it wrong. Because we are never, there have never been a day in history where we uprise against anyone because of their race. It is always against us.
No, you are doing so many things. At the event coming up, you are spreading this, love, black and proud, talking about self-love and us as a people. But you're also an author. Your book is titled The Secret to a Man's Heart. Now, B, talk to me. What actually led you to write this book? How did this whole idea come about? And then even just the title of the book, The Secret to a Man's Heart.
Because I think many times it's simpler than a woman make it look complicated. You understand? It's simple. When I write this book, one of my teacher said to me, she buy the book and she didn't know that there is something I could teach her. Because she married for 40 years. And she said the line that struck out in the book is that, have you ever opened a car door, the car door for your husband? Have you ever drawn the chair, set the table for him? These are the criteria of a man. So it is expected for the man to do it. But have you ever stopped for a minute and think, I'm going to do it for him today? And she said, Anthony,
I have opened the open car door and, set the table, but I don't think I draw the chair.
You understand? So she said, well, Anthony, I've been married for 40 years. And I never think about that till you write it in the book. And I would cuss him if he didn't do his duty. And I said, that's what it is. So sometimes these simple little things, it is more simpler than we make it sometimes difficult.
True.
You understand? Sometimes we communicate, you have your girl and you communicate with your sister more than even with the man. But it's about the man. You communicate with the man when you're angry. When you're vexed, you're ready for throw over the whole bucket of water. See? But in the little times when the little simple things them are built up, you're talking to your girlfriend. You don't talk to him. You understand? You don't say, let's go for a dinner, let's go out to a movie. And you understand? No, you will go to the girl and you sit and you say, you can't believe this. But that time should be spent in talking to him because you're having the problem with him.
And it goes both ways to B, because sometimes I think as men and women, just like you say, women are guilty of that and some men are guilty of that as well, because they're not, the men and women, they don't foster that space to just communicate without the aggression or an argument, and communication is vital. It's
vital, and that's what the book is saying.
Okay, nice. So where we can get this book, B?
This book is available on Amazon.
Nice.
Yeah. Anthony B, Secret to a Man's Heart. And my new album, titled Bread and Butter, is coming out March 10th, 2023. So look out for that too. Putting a tour together for that also.
Awesome. So, how would you describe the mood of that album, Bread and Butter?
Well, as we say, whatsoever you do to achieve is your bread and your butter. So if you're a taxi driver, if you're a farmer, you understand? If you're a teacher, you're a lawyer. That's what you do to make your bread and your butter. So what you do to survive is your bread and butter. You know, we see that in Jamaica every day. So we're trying to bring back some of the old Jamaican saying, identify them to this generation so they can understand. We're not talking about just the bread and the butter on the table. You're talking whatsoever you do is your bread and butter. And we try to create an old artwork back of the days when we used to walk into record shops and we see man selling records and record boxes with names. And so that's how I try to create the album. The artwork to bring like a memorabilia where kids could look and say, what is this? That's a vinyl record. Oh, that's a cassette. That's the way I try to create the artwork.
Wow, that's awesome. Looking back at your journey, B, and all that you have gone through, and you stuck through to the very end, and look at global superstar. But is there anything you would have done differently looking back?
Well, I can't say that because every way along the journey I learn, I gain experience. You understand? So the only thing I would say is that I would like not my kids to get that life that I get. And I would wish it for no one. I would wish that parents sometime would have a wider open mind for your kids' dream than just the old boxes that we were taught. Oh, you have to be a lawyer, you have to be a doctor, you have to be a that. Are you a piece? You understand? So I look in the pandemic now, what they call vlogger, blogger. These are new avenues.
Absolutely.
None of us know that these avenues will be invented. But imagine these avenues invented because kids are on social media and they're looking for ways, so it creates an avenue. You understand? But if you take them and put them in, put on the computer, who wouldn't have these things today? So for me, for you to extend creativity is to be an open-minded parents. Maybe your child is the next Usain Bolt, but because you're forcing him to be a liar, you don't see how fast he's running.
Wow, absolutely love that, B. And finally, because we are so out of time, what advice would you give to upcoming entertainers?
Open your mind and make your topics be wide, international based. Don't just talk about one subject, my brother. That's the key of reggae music, and that's the key of Jamaican culture. It is very wide. We always touch a wide base of topics. We run jokes, we sing conscious, we sing about God, love, everything. That's what Jamaican culture is always about. So make your topic be wide. And one love, IRFM family and Jamaica. I love you. Give thanks for this opportunity. Happy Black History Month. Happy Reggae Month.
Thank you so much, Anthony B. I really, really appreciated this conversation. I love it. I've learned so much. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for just being yourself, raw, real, and open, and letting us in. Respect.
Give thanks. Salute. IRFM.
Submission Japan. Yeah, listen now, follow the man. Cause I hold strong on his majesty and
what an awesome conversation with Anthony B. And the messages are coming in. They're flowing in for Anthony B. This one says, Up full Kishima. Absolutely love Anthony B's message. We're supporting him from early. From him bus out a Spanish town. Real youth, real interview. Absolutely loving the program. Road to success, Hashtag is Shango Beng and the Spanish